Nemesis Mike. Now, about Nemesis Mike. Yes, an evil clone version of my man C, Mike. He is a very psychopathic, pure evil, and very powerful. Much more stronger than Mike, to be honest. So let's talk about Nemesis Mike for a moment. So Nemesis Mike, what kind of powers does he have? Well, he has the similar powers like Mike does, but except he has one extra ability. When he dies, he can revive himself. Yeah, he can resurrect himself after death. Now, the one thing about Nemesis Mike is, the one downside about him is, there is actually one person that can actually get rid of him for good. And that character is named Antivirus. See, here's the thing. Nemesis Mike wasn't created by anyone. He was actually a virus from a computer. Now here's the thing. Mike was in his rage form once, and corrupted by some villain. And when he corrupted every computer around him, Nemesis Mike was a virus, and he was in one of the computers. Then Mike got bonded with Nemesis Mike, which is how Mike got his corrupted form. But then when Mike got rid of his corrupted form by using some machine, the machine went wrong, and it created some evil cybernetic ninja who looks like Mike, but his armor is pitch black and his visor is just red, blood red, and that reveals Nemesis Mike. Now here's the thing, Nemesis Mike wasn't just himself. He was actually one of Mike's evil clones back then, when Mike was not a cyborg. But I'm not gonna spoil it to you because this is probably gonna, explain it somewhere else. But on to number 4. Chaos Dragon. Chaos Dragon is an evil, powerful dragon who wants to cause chaos to this whole entire world. He is a very powerful, gigantic, massive dragon. Bigger than Godzilla, if you ask me. So, Chaos Dragon. Who is Chaos Dragon? Well, Chaos Dragon is an evil, powerful, gigantic, evil, demonic dragon who wants to destroy the world by causing chaos. But, here's the thing. There's a god that is protecting the world from him, named Yaren. Long ago, Chaos Dragon was inside of his prison, but then some villain freed him. And then Yaren had to stop Chaos Dragon before he can cause the chaos. But then after Chaos Dragon got enough power to become his true form, he destroyed lots of things. And when he did become his true form, he took control of the sun to blow up the world and every other planet around it. But after he destroyed the world, killing himself completely, Yaren survived somehow. Yaren used his ultimate power to bring everything back to the way it is. And when Yaren did that, he died. But after he brought everything back to life, Chaos Dragon was sent back to his prison. Not by Yaren, but by a different god. Some god imprisoned him. No one knows who that god is, but whoever imprisoned him since Yaren's death is a very great person for doing that. And what are his powers? Well, pretty simple. Shoot out big giant fireballs from his mouth and a big giant flame from his mouth. And he can obviously fly because he's a dragon, of course. And he can also summon meteors from the sky. He can also change the sky red. And not only that, he can also change the clouds to dark blackish color. That's all I have to say for Chaos Dragon. Dr. Ponz. So, who is Dr. Ponz? Well, back in the old days, Dr. Ponz used to be a Nazi scientist. Well, he is one still. But since in the old years, he was an evil Nazi scientist who would create evil things like machines, weapons, and anything else. But then, one day, since World War II, he got killed. But then, later in the future, he came back to life as a zombie. Now, here's another thing. Long ago, he created a robot called the Panzer Mech, which is his mech suit. The mech suit can shoot out flamethrowers, proton energy, it can even fire rockets. It can even do other things as well. Well, back then, the Panzer Mech used to just have some regular mechanics. But after Panz's death, he came back to life as a zombie. Well, one day, Hans, when he was a zombie, he found his robot just sitting there, all rusty. And his other arm was also destroyed. But then Dr. Ponz used some zombies' dead bodies to create like a zombified mutated arm as experiment for the robot's other arm. And it worked. Now, since that happened, Dr. Ponz has came back with his mech to get his revenge on the world for what happened to him. Darkness. Yes, one of my favorite villain characters in my series. Darkness. So, who is Darkness? He is an intelligent, powerful, and a very smart demon, if you ask me. Well, Darkness. What can I say about him? He is actually a pretty great villain in my opinion. But back what I was talking about. So, Darkness. What powers does he have? He doesn't really have that many powers, to be honest. What he really does is, well, he can ignite his hands in flames to punch you 10 times harder. And he can dash attack as well. He can also dodge too. So that's not really, he doesn't really have that many powers. And he can also sometimes throw fireballs at you, which is rare for him to do that. And here's the thing. The only way to kill Darkness is to destroy his necklace. Darkness wears a necklace that has a red gem on it. If you destroy the gem part, he will fade away and his soul will be flying away too. You wanna know why? Well, long ago, in Greek mythology, Darkness killed Hades, and he took all of his powers to take control of Greek mythology. He took over the world. But then years and years later, a Spartan named Savick has killed Darkness, and since Darkness died, his soul was flying away. His soul found a gem, a necklace with a red gem. He's put his soul inside a gem, and then he came back to life. And basically, if someone breaks that gem that he's wearing, well, he's gonna die, because his soul is connected to it. So what Darkness' plan was what he's trying to do is, he's trying to collect enough demonic souls so he can become his full self again and get more great power, and he can take over the world again. Now about Darkness, he's pretty intelligent. He's pretty smart about his own decisions. But anyways, Darkness, another thing is he has children, which I'm not going to explain who they are. Leonardo Devourer. So who is Leonardo Devourer? Well, Leonardo Devourer is an evil skeleton dragon who is trying to help his big brother, Devour the Taker, to conquer the world. and to destroy it later on. So, here's the thing. Back in the past, Leonardo Devour and his big brother, Devour the Taker, used to be alive. They would usually conquer every world together. Leonardo Devour would summon undead armies to take over everything, and Devour the Taker would use his powerful abilities to destroy everything. But then one day, a god showed up. The god has killed both of them. And that god is not Yaren, because Yaren's dead, but it was a different god. And here was the thing. Since the god killed both of them, they both died. But in later years, they came back to life. Leonardo came back to life as a skeleton dragon. And Devour the Taker came back as some undead demonic dragon thing. So, let's just talk about Leonardo for a moment. So, Leonardo, what is his powers? Not really that much. All he can really do is he can just summon undead armies and that's it. And he also can shoot out fireballs that are purple. That's all he can really do. And purple flames too. And how can you kill him? It's pretty simple actually, like the way you can kill a regular skeleton. But Leonardo is kind of hard to kill, since he's a skeleton dragon. The skeleton dragons can be hard to kill too. And that's all I really have to say about Leonardo, because there's nothing really much about him. And that's all I really have to say for this video. If you guys enjoyed this top 5, then that's a good thing. If you guys would like to drop a like, comment down below, and make sure to comment down below, well, you don't have to, but you can put a comment down below that what is your favorite villain on this list. So, anyways, I will see you in the next video.